Hey there, science fans. Think about rain. It taps on your window, it waters the plants, it fills up puddles for splashing. Rain is a super important part of our world, but have you ever wondered where it comes from? It's not just magic, it's science. Awesome, amazing science. Let's dive into the journey of a raindrop. Water is all around us all the time. It's in giant oceans, it's in long, winding rivers, it's in quiet, still lakes. Even in that glass of water you just drank. This water doesn't just stay put. Oh no, it's always on the move. It goes on a big round trip. We call this trip the water cycle. Consider this your backstage pass to the show. The water cycle is like nature's recycling program. It cleans water and moves it all over Earth. It has a few super important stages. Each stage is a cool science trick. First, water has to get up into the sky, then it has to turn into a cloud. Finally, it comes back down to us as rain, or sometimes snow or hail. It's a continuous loop happening right now. So how does this whole adventure start? It all begins with warmth. The sun plays a huge role here. Think of the sun as the engine. It powers the whole water cycle. Without the sun's energy, water would just sit there. But with the sun, water gets ready for a big change. A trip to the sky awaits. Are you ready to see how? Let's go! The first big step is called evaporation. Sounds like a big word, right? But it's pretty simple. Imagine a puddle on a hot day. The sun beats down on it. The water in the puddle gets warmer and warmer and warmer still. Slowly, the puddle starts to disappear. Where does the water go? Up. It turns into an invisible gas called water vapor. This water vapor is super light, much lighter than liquid water, so it floats upwards into the air. The sun's heat gives water molecules tiny wings. They escape from lakes, rivers, and oceans. Even plants sweat out water vapor. This is called transpiration. Cool, huh? All this invisible water vapor rises. Higher and higher it goes into the atmosphere. Think of it like a silent, watery elevator. As the water vapor travels higher, things change. It gets colder up there. Way colder than down on the ground. This change in temperature is super important. It's the key to the next step. The water vapor starts to lose its energy. Those tiny wings get a bit tired. The invisible gas is about to do something visible. Something we see almost every day. It's getting ready to form clouds. So evaporation is all about water turning into a gas and then rising high into the sky. It's like a secret mission for water, leaving the surface, becoming invisible, then traveling up to where the air is chilly. Billions and billions of tiny water vapor bits, all making this journey together. They are on their way to become something grand, something fluffy and white, or sometimes dark and grey. Next up, cloud building. Now for the next amazing stage, condensation. Another sciencey word, but totally understandable. Remember that cold air high up? When the water vapor gets cold, it changes back. It turns from an invisible gas back into tiny, tiny liquid water droplets, or, if it's super cold, tiny ice crystals. This change is called condensation. You see it on a cold glass of lemonade in summer. Water vapor from the air hits the cold glass and forms drops. These tiny water droplets are super small, so small you can't even see one alone. But there are millions and zillions of them. They need something to cling on to up there. Tiny dust particles floating in the air are perfect, like tiny little gathering spots. The water droplets huddle together around this dust. More and more droplets join the party. They all stick together, forming something bigger. They are starting to build a cloud. As more water vapor condenses, the cloud grows. It can become a small wispy cloud, or a giant puffy cloud, or even a dark, stormy-looking cloud. Different types of clouds form at different heights and in different temperatures too. Some are made of water droplets, others are made of ice crystals way up high, but they all start from that same process. Water vapor cooling down and sticking together. So, clouds are basically giant collections of water droplets or tiny ice crystals floating in the sky. They look solid, like cotton candy sometimes, but you can't actually stand on them. They're just a whole lot of tiny bits of water, all hanging out together way up high, waiting for the next part of their journey. They've evaporated, they've risen, they've condensed. What happens when a cloud gets too full? You guessed it, rain is coming. Inside the cloud, those tiny water droplets are busy. They bump into each other, they stick together like best friends, they grow bigger and bigger. And bigger still, eventually they become too heavy for the air currents to hold them up. The cloud just can't keep them floating anymore. So what happens? Gravity takes over. The water falls back to Earth. This is precipitation. Precipitation can come in different forms. If it's warm enough, it falls as rain, those lovely drops that water our world. If it's colder, near freezing, it might be sleet. Or if it's really cold in the cloud and below, it can fall as beautiful snowflakes. Sometimes strong winds toss raindrops up and down in a storm cloud. They freeze, gather more ice, and fall as hail. But today we're talking mostly about good old rain, the liquid kind that makes plants happy. And why is rain so important? Oh, let me count the ways. First, all living things need water. Plants drink it up with their roots. This helps them grow big and strong. Animals drink it from rivers and puddles. And we humans, we need it for everything. For drinking, for cooking, for cleaning, for growing the food we eat every single day. Rain fills our lakes, rivers, and reservoirs. It's like a delivery service for fresh water. Rain also helps keep Earth's climate just right. It cleans the air as it falls. It helps shape the land, carving rivers and valleys. Without rain, many places would be deserts. Life as we know it just wouldn't be possible. So, the next time you see rain, smile. Here's a fun fact. A single raindrop can take about 2 minutes to fall from a cloud to the ground. That's a quick trip for such an important job. Rain is truly one of nature's greatest gifts. Science.